I feel like once the ultimates come online for BNK-FairX, they have so much threat on the map, so much playmaking potential, so much ability to punish this Jace, a lot of value.
See the double root come in. It does look like they want to go for a bot dive here. Raptor is ready to go. The wall is as well from Vikla. And there's the wall. They're going to be split up a little bit. We'll see which target they do decide to go on, as the answer is kind of nobody. They just kind of wait around. There is first blood, but also a kill goes to FaZe. And so, yes, they do get the kill. They get the ultimate Hunter stack. But now T1 is on the chase. They have this Vi ult as well. They're going in onto Diablo. Tons of damage does go into Owner, but it is traded out as flash over the wall, and FaZe collects a second kill and is feeling pretty good about his Corki pick here.
I think that's exactly where you want that money.
And we take a look at the damage dealt chart at 8 minutes into the game. Basically just highlighting the bottom lane doing a lot of damage.
Look how much damage Keria has done as a Nami. That's what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah, that KT game and they're like, well, we don't want to spawn Elder Drakes, so we got to be careful about taking these dragons early on. But they are eventually going to take this mountain, and it doesn't look like T1 really care. And to be honest, if I'm T1, I also don't care.
Our first role quest coming in. Clear has picked up his.
Yeah, pretty interesting that he's the one, but now Faker kind of in an awkward spot. Does have double sums, but rooted basically forever. He is tanky though already with the rod finished, and Kellen flashes away. Paranoia is coming in, but Owner had his sights set on the Nico and does pick up the kill.
Yeah, Vikla just really not doing that much damage, but sending a message to FaZe that he should leave, I guess.
Yeah.
Are looking towards the Herald now. Oh, they're going for the Nami.
Yeah, Keria kind of standing on a ward and not realizing it, and immediately just kind of dies.
You know, Kellen on Nico has gone celestial opposition. That's why. Like, don't get me wrong, Dreammaker is really strong, and the value you get from it, you know, the damage block, the damage dealt, I 100% get it.
Yeah, not ending up being the most effective. Did get him low, but also got himself low. So not exactly the trade they're looking for.
I would watch out.
Oh, flash on in. Diablo might be in a bit of trouble here. Does get ulted once again. The Nico finds 3, but he just dies immediately. And now finally the Paranoia comes out and Clear frontlining, but the Nocturne also taking a ton of damage from FaZe before he went down to Clear.
Great time to have the Rumble turn up. A lot of value there. Vic was looking.
So Doran flashed in that trade in the top lane, and now he's dead.
He's regretting that a little bit.
Yeah. Going for that aggressive trade comes back to bite him when he was going for kind of a random walk in the river.
Into Clear, but Rumble still Rumble. This champion is just still... just not okay. Not okay.
Not okay.
No. Yeah. No.
So it is Chemtech Soul, actually.
When will Rumble stop being broken in competitive?
When will Azir stop being broken in competitive? When will Corki stop being...
Corki comes and goes. Right?
Yeah, Corki does come and go, but he was there for a
At least
really
we get different shades
time.
of Corki, right? Sometimes I'm like, hey, you have like a Cassante, he likes to get low in HP.
Yeah. Kellen kind of forcing an engage here. Will be punished for it, gets slowed up by the tidal wave, and just gets blown up. So, look, saw an opportunity and took it.
Even with Chemtech Soul, that's not going to save you there. You should expect a ward there. And the extended vision's only temporary, right?
Mm-hmm. For the next minute.
30 adaptive force, it's a lot.
Yeah, Faker used that in the bot play we saw the dive like 16 minutes ago.
The saddest is when you pop it and everyone just flashes out immediately. You're like, oh.
Yeah, well, they're going to go on in. You talked about targets. Keria is certainly one of them, and he is not long for this world, as nobody's really able to help them out. It's a double kill for Vikla, and now Clear gets onto that backline. Faker just going to TP out. Oh, barely gets away from the chains. And if he gets hit by that, obviously he gets interrupted and rooted.
They just don't like to see fish on the rift. They turn him in the sushi.
Unless you're Fizz.
Well, we don't see Fizz very often either. Clear's in a bit of trouble. Oh, but Kellen's here.
Trying to punish him. Kellen does come in. There's the flash from Clear, just trying to disengage from this, but FaZe with red buff on the chase as well.
Poison.
Yeah. Theoretically, something like Nami, if the fights are actually close, gonna have to hold that thought as this time Carry just flashes away. But now Vikla goes over to the left side of the wall, instantly dies, gives the shutdown to FaZe. And that's exactly the mistake T1 were looking for, as the equalizer gets big damage and might push them back, but it didn't hit Faker, who is leading the charge now, as Kellen is going to go down. Triple kill for FaZe, as T1 just like that, one mistake, and they're ahead of the game.
He doesn't. It's Vikla who oversteps, and FaZe makes him pay for it now. 7-1 and 2. And you know that conversation we're just having about...
And, you know, he is actually still 1,000 gold behind Vikla. Oh. But where the gold lead lies for T1 is in FaZe. As we do have the TP coming in, nice flash there, but the equalizer still going to hit FaZe. Doesn't have his Valkyrie, doesn't have flash, and eventually he will die as they do get him down. And also Owner, who went deep, dies to the Varus. And now it's basically just, okay, a dead Doran, and Faker's like, what happened to my team?
Just a great team fight from BNK4X. The dive comes in, and FaZe does everything he can to dodge the Pop Blossom.
If they recognize this, if they're willing to take a straight-up fight, if they have tabs on Faker, who is right now in the mid lane.
FaZe does have no flash now.
Owner taking a bit of damage. They got to be careful. They are collapsing in on an Owner who does not have his flash, has to commit to the play, is so deep in the thick of 4 of them, doesn't get an opportunity to even smite. As Clear might be in a bit of trouble here, going face-to-face with Faker, who is going to actualize and picks up the shutdown. The chase still on. FaZe full health. Is trying to Valkyrie forward and get even more value out of this play. And T1, they are not done with this one. You see the chase is on. Doran on the bottom side here, going to land a big shock blast as well. They take down Vikla, as T1 will look to push more.
Yeah, not the end of the world for T1 that was taken. They do manage to take down Clear and get a massive shutdown. I assume, I didn't actually check what his shutdown was, but he was 4-0.
Pretty large, I'd say.
I mean, they were down in gold, so I don't know. Well, even if they didn't get the soul.
As now we have equalizer here on a Faker, no ghost, no flash, and I think this will be more than enough. As Clear going to retake the top spot there on the damage dealt meter. And he has a full-on death cap.
I've said that for a while.
Yeah.
I honestly think he might be close to Zhonya's at this point.
I'll believe. Faker with the shutdown went back and picked up his own arm guard.
We can't see the items right now.
Good assumption. Good assumption. FaZe is just kind of... Diablo trying to step up to them, and FaZe says no. They turn out to the Zhonya's, though. That's not going to work, but they're able to front to back in here with Faker in the front, the tank of the team. Clear gets a ton of damage, but more importantly, he dies, and the rest of his team is so low. They get the catch here on a Raptor in the back line, and Vikla, nice shove back. Looks like he might be able to live for now, actually, because of that, but it should be another Baron here for T1.
Yeah, Diablo just disrespects the rapid fire there and just walks straight up to FaZe, takes so much damage, and it feels like it was almost a panicked start from BNK4X. Like, what is happening? So AD carry, we have to do something as a unit here. And FaZe finding this great angle, also dodging the Chains of Corruption and the Equalizer. If he got hit, he was just dead.
Yeah.
But Clear is a one-man army right now.
I mean, he's still doing damage with so many threats in his face. Perfectly flashes and Valkyrie's out of the way.
Oh, these Valks are so good. Like, 3 Valks, the Unraveled Earth approach. And maybe T1 call is just to start up, but it's 20,000 HP.
And Faker's not dealing damage to it. He's actually fighting with Clear here on the left. And does do a lot to him. The Equalizer also only really going to hit Faker. Meanwhile, we got the G8 procs here as FaZe takes down the Nico, and Raptor bites the dust as well. They were desperate to enter into this Elder Pit, and instead they end up taking a losing fight to BNK. So now T1 should have a free Elder under their belt.
Full control, but it felt like a desperate play from BNK4X, and T1 so slow, so controlled, are now pushing up into the base, and the Elder's about to be secured as well. If FaZe autos someone, I don't think it's quite there. I think without IE, he's not just going to one-auto Elder proc, but it won't be far away.
Depends on who as well. And they have a lot of other poke in this chase. Doran isn't the most fed, but he's ahead of the Rumble at this point in time, as looks like they're waiting.
Yeah, maximizing time with it. 10 on the Elder to stall out. I'm not feeling too hot on BNK4X's chances. Bot inhib's already down, obviously. Top inhib's going down.
They have a wave coming into mid.
Yeah, I think mid inhib
on that one.
Mid inhib's gone.
All right, well, they're going to wall in. Faker decides to take the Realm Warp and go towards Vikla. It's a big shield in his face.
I mean, he gets low, but they just don't punish.
Yeah. And now they have the poke. I mean, Vikla doesn't have Edge of Night, no Banshees, obviously, so taking a ton from Paze, who is the raid boss in this game, has the GA, has the Nami, Barrier and Flash available. There isn't a lot that he can't do at this point. BNK, I'm sure they're looking for one opportunity to get onto him, but I'm not seeing it right now. Bit of damage goes in Vikla! No! That's kind of that one combo you were talking about. Vikla is going to get healed up as Owner goes very deep and does go into the GA. And Pace is just running over the Equalizer, doesn't care at all. He's trying to do the damage as Carrier tries to hit a bubble, not going to. The C1 do get pretty low. And the flash is coming out here from Diablo, but the damage from Paze is a bit more. Paze getting incredibly low himself. They take out Diablo and the rest of the team, and T1 will end the game up 16k gold. I mean, I've played against some Yones in solo queue that feels like they can live through anything.
That's true. If Yone gets ahead, he's a little bit annoying. And by a little bit annoying, I mean incredibly frustrating to play against, and I don't want to play against him.
And does get away, but a nice little gank here from Raptor. Oh, gets the root onto Diablo and then just hits the hook on a Kellen, actually, who does get quite low, has to heal. And guess who's here? It's Owner.
Yeah, they're looking for a dive here. And heal down on Kellen, he's a pretty easy target.
All right, they're going to be looking for him for sure. Just dashes on in. There it is. First blood given over to Owner. As he's not quite able to get onto the Lantern.
That's something we really need to... Oh, he shoots it when he fires his Q! That's great. That's good to know.
Uh-oh. Little fake around there. Oh, Kellen not expecting that in the close range hook. And Kellen doesn't even...
Wait, look!
He doesn't even flash or heal or anything.
It was just blinking.
Oh, where is it?
It's just like...
It's gone.
It rolled backwards inside the...
Oh. Maybe it went to sleep.
Yeah.
Faker is in a lot of trouble here. Is going to try to seal the fate of himself. And does go down, so the follow-up gank there is good.
Yeah, good gank there. Trying to mitigate the pressure. Just being set up by the bot lane. You know, T1's bot lane getting further and further ahead. Raptor trying to make things happen in mid lane in return. Oh, good ult.
Yeah, Owner going in on that one. The Cataclysm actually keeps Vikla outside of the challenge, but he is going to go down regardless. As Owner says, you can't take my Raptors.
It's just, you know, Faker uses his Q, ends up getting caught immediately after it, and then Raptor also blocking the ult so he can't get away. Flashless still.
Aurora, and that's going to be very nice. Probably not a lot of kills there, though. As we got the stun combo into Owner, he just kind of goes in, does not have his ult, just wants to get the kill here on a Vikla, and uses his flash to make that happen.
Wow.
And by make that happen, I mean him dying.
Yeah, Vikla didn't have ult yet, it just came up now, so I was thinking maybe there's a window to find something, but Owner gets punished.
All right, well, Diablo's going in on this one, and there is the play. This time Diablo flashes forward, he wants the kill, and he will have it! As there's the ult on a Diablo as well. Should be totally fine.
I will jump in. Faker's ult's not quite available.
Faker's dead, by the way, again.
That was a solo kill.
And now Raptor is 4-0. True.
Okay, how did this happen? Oh,
oh no.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Well, that can happen. You get the cannon. I can't take it.
Faker by himself. Owner is going to get in front of that, but the flash comes in. Carry is not having any of that as he flashes for the hook and the box, and Owner picks up the kill.
I think he probably should have just stayed in the tower, but that's hindsight. He did at least get some, but fun allowed. No fun allowed. You're not allowed to have fun. You're a top laner.
So Doran TP's into this one.
He's a lot harder to jump than the Sun.
Yeah, I mean, ult available, flash available.
So the jungle match not looking nearly as bad.
T1 ahead in gold for now, but once that turret does go down, as it's actually going to be T1 who pick up the dragon, as BNK have to back away from that objective.
Oh, they're going to kill him? No.
No. Just going to leave Diablo here. Oh! Hooks around the minions! And the flash comes out from Diablo, but the knockup comes in from Raptor, and that's going to be a kill on Owner. And he even wards the lantern. As Pays doesn't want to have to flash this, but he will in the end. The flash over into the scout of the week gets the job done. And now Carrion not long for this world either. Double kill goes through for Vikla, who's getting fed in his own right now. Oh, that's true.
He put the box down and then he walked outside of it.
I think if he stayed inside, it would have not had the same effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that sent a clear message to me. Whether Diablo got the same message, that's another question. We'll have to see if he interpreted it the same way. Maybe there'll be a coach voice comes in to explain it to him.
Yeah.
This is what he meant.
It's pretty important for him to know.
Yeah, and then being KFX, I'm like, oh, that's what he meant. Oh, I understand now.
Faker does not win this 1v2, obviously. The stun is going to come down, and eventually Faker will go down. As Vikla picks up a third kill for himself, and Faker a third death, best received. You know, fans were always like, not sure about that. He hasn't looked super comfortable on that pick. And to be fair, that's when Faker was kind of struggling.
Burst damage.
Yeah.
It's kind of like melding both, but I guess wanted that early burst from the Ludens, still wants that ability haste.
Yeah, looking to turn actually on Owner. They're not going to get his ult out.
It just takes so long, honestly, that it's really hard to fully commit to it.
Yeah, and think about T1's situation here. They know it takes forever and that they can't really do it, right? They don't have a lot of consistent damage. Like Syndra and Lucian are not the best at taking Baron from KT. KT had like a full dive comp. B&K obviously do have some dive elements, but a lot of pick, and they have Lucian. Syndra, they have ways to attack you from range and siege turrets. But they're not really in a position where they're super dominant in taking down inhibitors. They're pretty far away from that. It's a very close game still, as it was like a 3,000 gold lead, I think, and now it's only 600.
Raptor's like, Baron? Guys?
This looks like solo queue where the jungler's like, guys, we're doing Baron. He's like pinging it over and over, and everybody else just leaves. Well, they are going to do Baron. And with the Scryers, they are going to spot this happening.
Oh, they're keeping it. They're committing.
Yeah, they're committing this time. A lot of damage into Owner. And so that's going to be a little bit more difficult for him to actually get in, as Owner is thinking about it, has to go into his ultimate ability. Doran doing some poke down, and they're all in the pit, but they still get the Baron, and Clear does a great job of zoning for the team. Faker lines up two. He's going very deep, but he's zoning, so he gets away. As Diablo carefully just going to ride that line. And so they get Baron for just one death.
Okay, that's fine.
And they figured that, they did that. But now, with the Baron, you have to get at least some turrets. You have to get some more gold. You have to do something. It's actually T1 who are engaging onto this. Owner going in. Diablo going to get rooted up and hooked, but he still stays alive. Owner, though, not taking any damage. As the Q is going to land there onto that back line as Faker goes back in. A stun on a Faker. Owner super low as now the Between Worlds comes in and Doran is here to party. Although it is going to be Xinjiang the first one to go down, as Raptor had his GA, so he is going to live.
That was close. It's a 1-0 for being KFX. A good pickup there. And with Soul in 15 seconds.
Doran, he's looking for the one-shot combo.
Raptor.
Oh, what auto! Could do it, and there it is! 1,090 gold! And, oh, they don't have vision of this brush. The hook comes through. Vikla, he might just die here. Big burst damage, though, from Diablo. Takes out the 80 carry, and Diablo, the hope of the team. He's going to push Faker back on the Yone, and now the stun comes in on Adoran, who is not long for the world. And double kill goes to Diablo.
Clutches it when they need it most. Manages to find the angle. Now, though, they have to finish off the dragon before Ona can get there. I think...
I don't think they can.
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. He doesn't have flash. He doesn't have flash. He has to hit a W to get over the...
Oh, Emilio, you troll.
He has to hit a W. Don't let him over the wall. Guys, you have to hit the dragon.
Uh-oh. Well, he's going to go into that ult, as now he's got some help from Faker. That's not actually going to help. Maybe Faker gets the dragon, though. No, goes over to Diablo, and he gets the kill, too. Diablo puts the team on his back the last minute here.
Mammoth effort from the 80 carry to get them over the line, and it's still not done. but they are approaching. They've broken the base finally.
Yeah.
31 minutes, they have Soul, they have a gold lead, 2.5k, which is not that much at this point of the game. But then you can take down Doran with no cooldowns.
Got a little play here, the box is down. Keria asking for some help, but guess who? It's Diablo, he's back. Has Vikla in a bit of trouble here, does go Zhonya's.
He can flash, I think.
Yeah, and now Doran's like, uh-oh, what am I gonna do? Get cataclysmed, no, it's down. But it's still Jarvan, and eventually, okay, he's gonna elect to flash away.
If he just keeps chasing him, I think getting Doran, oh, he can just kill him. Okay, yeah. That's even better.
At the scanner.
Yeah, you'll do that. Diablo's still here. He has a lot of, he has double BF still in his inventory, because why not? He's very strong right now, and they just don't really have an answer. Kellen's still with cooldowns. And you know, we said this series might just be about these 80 carries. It has been.
Pays in game 1. Diablo absolutely here in game 2. Or at least the important parts of game 2, which is like the last 4 minutes. So, they're going to have a lot into Clear, but he's not the main guy. It's all about Diablo here. As Clear is taking up quite a lot, though. He is getting pretty low, as even the Moonlight Vigil does come through from Pays. We got Zombie Scion now. They're going to take down the turret, as Owner is still going in there, but Diablo getting into the circle. Dodge! The sealed fates, and he's just living behind the ranks of T1. It doesn't seem to care. Takes down a Pays, but eventually can't pull off a miracle, and maybe just a little bit too aggressive as we got TP coming in. And Vikla, I don't know if he's getting out of this one. Nope, not with the ult available here for Doran. The Between Worlds will take him down with that last auto. And just a little bit too aggressive, but BNK did so much damage in that base.
Yeah, and I think Wave State, they can't end with the death timers. They can go Baron, though. That was a little bit too far. Feeling himself a little bit too much.
I was getting hit, though. That was cool.
Yeah, that was...
But it might lose them the game.
It hasn't lost them the game.
Not yet. It's a bit of a standoff here between all the members on the Rifts. Faker pulls.
Nice.
Oh, he's going in! And he wants Diablo, forces the flash just like that. Diablo down his flash here. The hook is going to miss. Pays going head-to-head with Diablo is very scary. But the damage from range comes in from the Aphelios, and Clear is going to go down. Most importantly, they take out the frontline tank. And now BNK down a member. What do they do?
That dash in from Keria was crazy. And now top lane it down for BNK FearX. So super long timer there. They're going straight for the Elder.
Yep.
Raptors to try and make this happen. 12,000, 10,000 help.
Oh, Doran has the angle here. Going to chunk Kellen. Nearly gets hit by the Aphelios. And the Moonlight Vigil also going to be dodged. But Diablo has to step up. He's not quite able to, though. Taking it slowly. Raptor looking for the steal. It's a flip. It goes to Owner. And this guy does not lose.
How does it keep happening?
It doesn't make any sense. They can't keep getting away with this.
It just happens every time. Oh my god. Oh, they just flip the Elder.
Yeah,
they just flip it. Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, here we go. Everything's burning. Doran's getting in. And Raptor is already so low. He's got to be careful. One more tick of damage, and he is out of the game.
Okay, one thing is they have a minute on the Elder, and it's a minute 40 till Baron. So if they can just clear waves.
Very far away from his team.
They are far from Baron, though. Guys, this is going down quick.
Yeah, they're just not here. The Baron's going to go over. T1 gets the Baron. And now T1 want to go for the turn. Doran does not have Between Worlds. And in goes Owner right onto Vikla. He is not scared, as Diablo is very much willing to go into that circle if you let him. Gonna take him down in the GA. And so now Owner in a little bit of trouble. Faker goes on in, gets that engage on the Diablo, but look at the sustain from this Lucian. Does not die to the Yone as they finally take down Clear, and Pays key. He is still very much alive. Doran as well on the backside with Keria, but Pays takes the lantern over to Raptor. Is still kiting this one out with Doran, but I think Doran is not very long for this world. He will go down. The kiting comes out for Pays. Takes down the 80 carry, but I mean, there's no way he lives for very much longer, right? I mean, he's still running.
Wait, the tower's up.
Yeah, just looking for the execute, I guess.
But I mean, execute doesn't really do anything at this point. They're gonna end the game.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna go down.
They punished them. Although actually, I say that Owner and Faker are about to be up.
I feel like they should be able to.
They should be able to end. They have a lot of damage. They have a lot of damage.
They end this.
Owner's going to try. Faker's going to try.
I mean, Owner's got his ult, importantly. Just gets stunned, and now he goes into his ult. We got TPs coming in. Faker is here, but he's not all that tanky. The flash away by Diablo should seal the deal. As Faker going to flash away himself. Keria can't do anything, and we will be going to a game number 3. This T1, they play with their food once again. This time, it does not pay off as B&K take down T1.
So this is, from B&K FairX, I think without the Kiana, this kind of feels like a standard composition. But that Kiana just, we have not seen it work, so I am a little bit concerned.
I really don't think it's going to do anything into this comp.
For T1, this feels like the sort of composition Gen G would play.
Here, but Owner is going to spot him. Might come down to a smite fight, although, yeah, it does go the way of Raptor. Keria is here, and he just flashes the wall. So that's going to be the end of that, although Faker does land a taunt. And gets charmed, actually, and now has to flash himself as Raptor's right there and says, thank you very much for the free first blood.
But they're not able to do that. But then you have lanes where Kai'Sa plus an engage support, you can threaten the all-in pressure, but you can't really do that with Bard.
Yeah.
You know, you think of like the ideal lane pairings with Kai'Sa, like Kai'Sa Nord. You know, you all in, you get the plasma stacks from the Nautilus, and because of his damage.
And usually we are. Raptor's here. Ooh, nice dodge there on the charm. Just gonna hop back. Owner is here as Ghost is going to be procced. Knocks Owner into the wall, does basically no damage because the shield was up. And now Raptor pretty low, and guess who's here? It's Keria, but also we got the rel coming in from Kellen. And now the re-engage comes out from Owner. And Faker is totally fine on the backside. Vikla can't get in. And guess who's here as well? Pays. Roaming up from bot, and he will collect that gold. Very much needed at this point in the game.
Trading flashes and you don't die. I think it's okay. Definitely didn't put himself in a good situation, but the way it panned out, not the worst. Still not seeing the replay of how Raptor died.
Yeah.
They early picked this as well.
It was their first pick. They weren't first pick as a team. Owner just kind of running straight into the dark jungle and
that's better. You have the charm comes in first, and then you follow up. So
yeah.
You gotta play the game. Does this convince me of the pick? No, because I mean, let's be real. There's a lot of picks that could have done that too.
Faker just rocket belted into the corner of the wall, but he's okay. He's taking a bit of damage. Nice little charm comes in. I say he's okay. Immediately curse him, and Vikla picks up a kill. It's just a little thing, you know.
Yeah.
They're engaging here. A little stun here onto the Ezreal as Diablo gets that barrier, just dies to the Pantheon, gets executed there.
He occupies a lot of space.
Well, going in here onto Vikla, who's 5 seconds away from Spirit Rush, gets stunned somehow. And that's going to be Pays scooping up the kill on top of it all. Raptor's like, yeah, I definitely do damage. Oh, did a little bit, but now he's about to get stunned up with the taunts and goes down to Keria, very much deserved.
Banning Bard away from Keria. This is new information.
I don't know about that.
You don't think?
You only have 3 bans in the first phase.
Yeah.
Hawk, so you got to be careful.
True.
No.
That's valid.
Clearly, B&K did not think that it was worth it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this is the first time he's played it, so maybe, you know.
Could be. Yeah,
maybe he won't play it again.
I don't have the stats in front of me.
Yeah.
Impossible for me to know.
Let's get on the champion before you...
Wait.
I feel like so many games when he's playing Bard, he's looking for these Q flash angles. And like sometimes he is just clip farming.
For like a split second.
He finds these great angles, and he's so responsive with the ults. Yeah.
You are sick.
Adjusting their draft strategies on this one.
Yeah. Adjustments needed.
Yeah.
It's just hard when you decide as a team that you're going to ban Azir and Orianna, and then you only have one other ban, and Yunara's up in game 3. It's like, what do you do? Because Faker is going to ult away.
Plus, they did do the fake out where they didn't pick Bard in game 2. A little bit of an issue.
That's really the issue. We talked about targets before, as Raptor is just getting bullied by the other jungler who is down a lot. And even with Raptor having Kellen nearby, not able to win that one as we have a TP coming in immediately just to get stunned up, taunted, and stunned into the wall, and down he goes. Is that, well, not the greatest, but I think it's okay.
Didn't do much damage,
Yeah.
right? It just kind of feels a little bit fake.
That's the thing about Qiyana is, like, you don't have a lot of good targets. We talked about Bard being one of the good targets, and that's what happens. Like, it doesn't even...
I do think you have to hit him with other abilities than just your ult.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know, full phase still.
This time it's Faker who's in trouble. He does not have the heroic exit, but he does have a friendly Pantheon that's getting in there. This time the Qiyana ult actually going to help out with some stun as Owner with the Q flash against the execute down. And now the rest of the team is coming over here more quickly because T1 have control of the map. And Owner says, no kill for you, Pays. This is mine. I set this up. Ult earned by us. And Clear doesn't have Megadar anymore. So I think BNK just kind of have to give this one up. And that they will.
Yeah, pretty rough. Pretty roughy-toughy. You know, this game, the gold lead isn't that crazy, and yet it feels so difficult. Can you put a horse in a wheelhouse?
I don't think so. I don't think it's big enough. I think it's made for a human. Oh, we do have the flank here on the Pays, and he is just 100-0. Eventually did use Cleanse, but still died. And T1 say, you know what? You used a lot. We're still going to fight here. As in goes Faker, he is assassinating Raptor, and now is 1v4 and will die. So still a good trade for BNK.
Every time. But, like, they do get some kills. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Some good kills. They kill Pays. They get Faker too. They do lose their Qiyana, but mid tower also a nice pickup the gold.
Supposed to be deep, like the ocean. Get it?
Please stop talking. Honestly,
right.
let's just sit in silence for the next.
All right, they're gonna kill Clear. I think he's got Mega, and the thing is, you can't really do Baron because you have no position on it, really, no vision. And now Carry is just going for a little walk here. That's a bunch of damage. Exhaust helps out a little bit.
Not enough.
Not enough. And T1, they're just kind of sending it. In goes Pays, gonna assassinate Vikla. This Kaisa is kind of out of control now, as Faker also gonna dodge a Q and gets away with his life. And Diablo left by his lonesome, definitely not in his wheelhouse anymore. He
Stop
has been
saying
abandoned.
wheelhouse.
Would it help if I said Millhouse instead? I know you like The Simpsons.
Doesn't make any sense, but yes.
It would help, wouldn't it? Yeah. All right, well, Doran is unkillable. Well, okay, he's taking a little bit of damage now. Diablo.
That was,
Well, they're going for Raptor instead. So I guess Diablo's like, well, I didn't do anything wrong because I'm alive.
Yeah, Ezreal not the best pick into tanks.
Engage cone? Oh, never mind.
You were so happy for a split second.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. He does just kind of delete people when he gets a chance. Devil tries to kill Faker and then just ends up close to Doran, and I honestly think Doran could just kind of stand still and aura farm. I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about Ezreal.
Yeah.
3.5 items.
How many Mystic shots do you think Devil would have to hit Doran with to kill him?
Just Mystic shots?
Yeah.
Nothing else, like no W.
Just Mystic
No
shots.
Essence Flux. They're going to engage on a carry. That's a big row on top of everyone, but even better Temper Fate. Although the angle here from Raptor gets into the back line. Pays, though, is going to get out alive as he hops the wall. And the real carry all along was Doran. The double kill for the Cassante. Flash on him from Owner. And they're right in BNK's wheelhouse as T1 are pushing to maybe end this game.
So close to finding the big play there. The engage was sick, but just not quite finding the damage. Pays ulting away to survive. And now it's Vikla against the world.
Oh boy. Getting flashed on and even takes a W. Killer Instinct from Pays. And that'll do it. 30-minute game. And T1, they don't leave it to an Elder flip. They don't leave it to later. They just end it relatively soon in game number 3.
Side of KT, you know, the Azir is obviously a reliable longer range damage threat, but you have this Lucian who's very short range. I think the main selling point of this KT composition is the skirmishing power of Xin Zhao, Lucian, Braum. Go. Yeah, the Braum enough to scare them away. Gideon just opts to go for his Krugs instead, so red taken. The extra pressure from the bot lane paying off here.
So Gideon's going to flash away. Doesn't seem to have any ability to get away from the Xin. There's the sun, and there it is. First blood in the jungle. As Cuz being very annoying, sticking around for longer than Gideon expected.
Monstrous at every point of the game. But at least just Rumble, like Rumble's a lane bully, and then once you get Kanik Rukin, you can kind of mitigate that. But he's still annoying late, but like Gwen just continues to scale.
He's back on the grub.
He's back on it. Classic. You can't get enough of those grubs. Honestly, if Gideon made a cereal and just called them Gideon Grubs, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
Degon would definitely buy it.
Degon would definitely buy it.
Cuz would buy it. He just took some there.
Yeah, you know, it's actually not crazy for that to happen. Or probably just called him Degon, not Dan.
That's what they tell him off the other downs, but call him Dan. Wow. Thanks, Brendan.
They really figured it out.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, KT got another Drake.
Action happening.
Trading ult for flash. Well, those needles actually hit, but now we got Pantheon on the way. Perfect. A little bit too far up the lane, is going to have to flash. Gideon is not done with that just yet. Flashes on in himself, goes all out, and immediately dies. And Gideon picks up his first kill. Yeah. Perfect doesn't have TP, so I think unless Cuz steals this, and aiming's in mid lane, so I think this is just a done deal. Bro will collect this dragon.
This is great. This is, well, okay. There's two perspectives. From Bro's perspective, this is phenomenal, right? You secure the dragon, you stall out Soul. This lets you extend the game and you continue to bro and brew.
Actually, if it wasn't against Bro, it was against like DRX or something. But BDD, awkward spot here. He's going to get the dash away and the push away, but Rakan also joining up, and Gideon gets another kill.
Get many in this game.
We have to latch onto it. We have no other choice.
But
first turret goes to Bro.
Yeah, Trader Towers on the opposite side of the map, but a good gang coming in, catching BDD on his recall.
Absolutely.
2 kills to his name. That is 66.66% recurring, obviously.
It's 100% of his team's kills.
Of the total kills in the game to this moment. The
tension is...
It's palpable. Wow. I'm so ready.
Yeah, me too. Ghost is going to take a bunch of damage for no reason at all. But he does make it back to his team, utilizing his heal.
Casting level 16 on the flank.
Yeah, Perfect trying to match him, but like, that's not... Okay, Namgoon. He is going to catch Cuz, and in goes casting. Cuz is going to take a bunch of damage, as will Ghost. He was low from before. BDD looking for the angle, but he gets the flash out of Gideon. Orianna gets hit, and the Orianna picks it up. And Bro get the dragon on top of the kill.
Tired of waiting around.
I mean, they do have his ear, so they actually do have a decent amount of damage.
Casting
this is going down
TP
pretty quickly, and yeah, casting is just not here. And so utilizing TP advantage, and Bro are like, I don't know. What do we do? Nothing, I guess. I mean, Perfect's gonna flash away, and we get no kills. But KT does get the Baron.
Yeah. Not having the Gwen there, not wanting to fight without the Gwen. Need to, because...
And they have a Zir, you know?
I mean, that's a factor for sure.
Gideon is actually in a bit of trouble here. He does not have his flash. He's just dead. They engage onto him. Namgoon is here. He's going to pick up Cuz and throw him down into the ground as Teddy does pick up that kill. Flash comes through. And it's the shockwave not Ghost.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, getting a little bit chaotic now. Getting a little bit out of hand.
Tune, I guess, because they killed him immediately.
Not fans.
Yeah.
Final pipes are known to be a little bit controversial. Okay, they are on the dragon. This would be third for Bro. BDD's flying in.
BD has the angle. He is going to show himself with the soldiers, but he's still here on the flank.
They're corralled in. Casting is low.
Yeah, here comes Namgoon. He is going to hit the 2-man ult, but 0 follow-up comes through. So he gets that, and that's about it. As now the culling. Okay, big shockwave. Gonna deny us some more action, as they're very tentatively tiptoeing forward. BDD thinking about it. He says, okay, I'm gonna dash up north, away from the team. Oh, that's a big knockup actually from Ghost. That was pretty good. Makes up for the previous play, as now BDD, he says, I don't need to use my ult. I'm just gonna flash forward and do some damage.
Just walk at them menacingly. They can't handle it. They can't do anything. Casting's gonna back away. And KT gonna take some structures, some kills off the back of that. They are down in dragons, but
on flank. As the ball is out, looking for it. They're trying to get some kind of poke onto casting, but again, they don't really have a good way to engage with this composition. As Ghost is holding the door, the blast cone over the wall, just to group everybody up. As Cuz says, I'm doing it, guys. I do not care. BDD gets everyone in the sweep. They get 2 kills already and perfect. Nobody can touch him. Casting is doing a lot, though. And might be the one difference maker in this. Teddy's still alive as well with a red buff. Kiting down perfect. And the res here on the Gideon. I thought after an engage like that, for sure KT win, but not the case this time. Bro, get Cloud Soul.
The level 19 Gwen just too powerful, and Teddy able to make it away after the shuffle. Flying in, destroying everyone. Perfect gets decimated by the damage. And now with Cloud Soul in pocket, Casting's doing more.
Oh, Cuz. He's actually gonna hop on over, and the needles will miss, as to the scissors, but it just doesn't matter, as eventually he does go down, but the Baron goes to Bro, aiming, getting a lot of gold for sure from that kill. Xinjiao and Cassante, it's not big. I mean, Lucian is, but it's basically only him, as now they are looking for perfect. He's in a rough spot, but he is Cassante.
Not the best shockwave.
Well, that's gonna be down now for this push.
It's level 20 Gwen. Zonya's completed for casting. Oh, Namgun. Oh, he sees it with the sweeper.
And with that extra bit of time on the sweeper, just able to clear out that ward. And now they're going to get onto Ghost, who is holding up the door and does survive throughout all of that. So that is going to be the quickness down.
Yeah. Shockwave is back up from when it was used before. Perfect looking.
This is so hard. It's like Perfect has to be the one to engage. As a big shockwave catches 3. The follow-up damage isn't there, but it's enough to get them pretty low, and BDD is on the flank, but Perfect's already dead. Perfect is dead. Cuz is getting low, and that's just the whole team gone as BDD is behind enemy lines doing nothing. And Bro just playing better as a team, and they look to be maybe taking down this game number 1 unless BDD can do a 1v5.
I don't think he can do it. I'm being honest. We'll see him give it a go, but I think this is Bro's game in the bag. Yeah,
the flash on in, the stun is easy as that. As the Zhonya's comes through, sweeps the Gwen, does negative damage, and Bro will be taking the Nexus down here in game number 1.
Well, that was the Bro and Brew. The point, just the fact that you have the Ambessa and you have so much reliable CC. Yeah, point and click in the top lane, point and click in the mid lane. Varasol is for their comp. Yeah, but Bro...
But Gideon's like, no, we're going in.
Bro just tracking the vibes, you know?
So Cuz is like, no, I gotta check this brush. And he is just dead. First blood is given over to Gideon on the jungle Ambessa. That is a problem.
In the meantime, Cuz gets the dragon, so a bit of a trade-off. Casting though, getting some plates. Actually up in farm against the Gnar, so that's nice.
Yeah, he's been kind of dominating this lane. I mean, he's always here. And so is Gideon, but like...
Well, he's wearing a suit, so I think he works here. Maybe doesn't live.
All right, there's the engage. They're going in onto the Varus. The root is there, and Palu's like, wait, what happened? Nobody went in. Palu is dead. Aiming also in a bit of trouble. Even with the Talia coming down, Gideon says, thank you very much. I will take that kill. Gets the shield from the Karma and is still going as now Roamer shows up. Bit of a roam from him. And they say, well, we did enough. We got the kills, and we'll back away now.
Yeah, the shield on him. No one's hitting him. Just the Nico. Nico immediately... Oh.
Uh-oh. And now we got a Rise coming up here again, and it's even Gideon too. And Gideon gets a 3rd kill.
Oh, he's so fed. Yeah, I mean, he was already fed in this play at the scariest point, but it's still very scary. But if the Ambessa's going to get Eclipse next, I assume, and just... Oh, my God. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
It's going to be rough. As, yeah, the root comes down on the Cuz, he's just dead.
Oh my God.
Not sure what happened there. I mean, just not respecting their ability to follow up, and now Palu's left all alone, and he's dead too. And now the Rise gets a kill. Gideon got a 4th one? What?
This is literally, it's just a bully composition. Really good. I think you should have gone Eclipse. I don't think it matters, you know. You know what, Gideon, you could have built AP. Don't do that, but you could have.
I think maybe then it would have mattered.
I think then it maybe would have mattered. But maybe even then, I don't know. This game's looking pretty doomed, but we'll see. What can KT do to bring... Oh, no.
Here he is, the head bully. And they're going to hold him in place. Oh, they kind of messed that one up, but it's okay. Namgung takes about a bajillion damage, and he is going to have to flash that one. And now Gideon kind of in an awkward spot here.
Oh my god, they left the head bully!
Oh no, the double knock up into the Gnar, and the shutdowns go the way of KT. So
he was the lamest of the cronies.
didn't do a whole lot of holding.
Oh,
more of a talker.
the cronies are back.
Yeah. BDD is definitely dead. Really, the only question is how.
This is episode 5. The cronies strike back.
There it is. They give the kill over to Roamer. Definitely a good idea. He is now 2-0. And working towards that Seraphs. Casting, just going to go ahead and take the turret.
Yeah, not much you can... Oh. That's,
got him.
Hold him for a second. Now Polu's here.
I don't think... Okay, when aiming gets here, that will be a problem.
Looking a little bit... Oh, Varus is TP. He wants a kill.
All right, that's a flash away.
Business meeting.
Yeah. So he's just kind of on the phone and not really doing a whole lot.
I would be so tilted if my teammate was just on the phone, you know, in the middle of a game.
It's got like a hole in it, a bunch of water was coming out.
Flex seal?
Yeah,
Flex seal?
Exactly.
Yeah.
BD just throws down the wall. He's like, all right, here, mid lane is fixed.
Yeah,
and then it goes.
Didn't really fix it.
It's just gone.
And they burned through that. Actually, the casting and power W, that all broken the shield. Rest in pieces.
Yeah. Renekton OP in this meta.
So broken. It's always fun and calm when you're speeding yourself up, running around. Oh, top lane is battling.
Oh, here we go. We got a wall coming down as BDD is going to make this interesting. Aiming coming over the Slurkle. Does so much actually to keep him in place, but the follow-up is not there. As now the Ambessa is here, the raid boss is here to party. As Tenacious A is going to actually run away. Roamer in there in the thick of things. At least it is traded back as aiming is no longer on the rift, but Teddy is separated from his team. Looks like Cuz, very healthy, is able to run them down.
Yep.
Probably talking about what we saw earlier with, you know, the Ghost Blade and the Shurelia's combo. Speaking about not getting caught at first, Gideon is just going to have to go in. He is actually quite tanky regardless, but eventually will bite the dust as all 5 of them were just railing on the Tenacious. There's somebody in the brush. He's got a little bit of vision. That was a decent amount of damage. And the guy in the brush
so hard with it being like 1.4k smite. Passively, it's up at 600 health, no flash. So,
right, there it is.
He's got ult.
Yeah, ult comes up, but the damage is real onto this Baron. Cuz has to provide a front line. We got no Mega Gnar as well. Namgung taking so much burst. Palu, he steals the Baron away! Unbelievable! How is he able to do that? And now BDD taking a bunch, but Roamer's going to go down to the Fed Yunara. That's Teddy on the back line, but he's pretty low himself. And aiming is still on the chase, dashes forward. And Cuz once casting, but aiming, able to push forward the circle. Gonna get on top of Teddy, and down he will go, 978 gold! And Gideon and Bro are struggling now.
Exactly on 1400, it's just a massive flood that allows that to happen.
Casting's going in, and he's kind of caught here. He's a big Renekton, but okay, does have the GA. They fight aiming! He's frontlining and just dies. It's now perfect. He's got Mega Gnar. I think they're considering going in on this one as we're just realm warping out.
Yeah, disengaged, right call that.
And now the Mega Gnar is coming up because enough time has passed. So now we have that right on time, and now Bro are like, oh, I don't know about this, and trying to go for the steal. Gideon will not get it. Smites have not been on point, as now Cuz looking for the engage. They've got perfect with flash. He wants the angle, gets rooted immediately, has to flash away, and Gideon accesses the back line, and does a ton to Palu, has the GA. And now it's Bro on the front line pushing forward as aiming doesn't have a front line. BDD is also on the run. Down goes the Gnar. Aiming is by himself on the bottom side trying to 1v4. Flashes over the wall, gets one, picks up another. He's going to move. 3. He's going insane mode as it's the Quadra for aiming, making a pentakill on 12,000 damage.
And just these members don't have the damage. Casting moves forward. We'll get the point of view. How does Teddy die is what I'm wondering.
Well, I think he's the first one.
Yeah, he dashes in on him.
Oh, that's...
The target selection's the main thing.
Yeah.
He takes out the threats. Main threats go down first. All the damage threats.
Yeah. Nice. And these fans were losing their minds. Like, we had this in the picture-in-picture.
On it, it's gonna go down pretty quickly.
Yeah, they do have some vision on it. They see 11K. BD's still on the right side, has his wall. Gideon obviously wants to get in there. It's just going to come down to a flip, it looks like, as Gideon gets into the pit. And this time it does go to Gideon, as in the back line goes Casting, looking for BDD, but he is not going to get him. As meanwhile, we had Gideon fall to aiming, and Casting just, trying to get him over the wall, but the timing not quite there on the Realm Warp. So Casting should be going down, as he does do a decent amount of damage, but at the end of the day, it's just aiming to get yet another kill on 10 now.
Have to get in.
They're gonna kill us so fast. Like,
gets Cloud Soul, I think it's just doomed.
Yeah, Gideon has to get in right now. He is going to flash and miss the smite as it goes to aiming, and the front line immediately goes down. Palu is out, but look at aiming. He is dashing. He is smashing once again, looking for Casting, looking for that front line, and Pro are like, no, please don't attack us. We come in peace. And you know what? They're actually able to disengage. They have a little wave in the mid lane as well. They're actually going to push up to this inhibitor turret, funnily enough. But aiming still very scary, along with the rest of KT with Cloud Soul.
Yeah, so they've been routed a bit and going to lose it in here. I'm just concerned because now aiming for the rest of the game, 15% extra movement speed and that on-demand movement speed on ult, you're going to get chased down.
What?
Don't
guys,
guys,
come on.
Lock in.
Lock in. Gideon's in trouble. He's getting kited out by a Gnar.
Bro, lost their minds.
Yeah, bro are just, I don't know what's going on. Gideon is just out of this one. Down he's gonna go.
I don't think.
All right, that's gonna be the QSS, the Scimitar, used by aiming.
And be a problem. I mean, if they just catch aiming out of position, that's great, right?
Oh, they caught Gideon, and he's going to be rooted up. Gets the QSS out
aiming
there.
For the speed.
He's doing so much damage right now. Nobody can deal with aiming. As there he is. He is legendary. Gideon is down, and it's 5v3 Casting. Desperate to take out the Unara and does so. But the double knockup comes in from Palu, and that should be it. Roamer is down. Casting is as well. And I think KT have done a TP into the mid lane. And this is a done deal. We will be moving on to a game number 3, unless Namgung is somehow able to create a miracle. It's not going to happen. They will be pushing down mid.
1v9, carry it, and yeah, draft a hyper carry. These games are going slow, they're going long. That's what they needed. And KT answer back and take us to a game 3.
Smolder next game.
Might be the play.
We'll have to wait and see. Down will go the Nexus. We will go to a game 3. KT not out of this yet.
Ziggs mid. Okay. Last time we saw this was when Chovy played it. And he's back Satchel second, and I crashed out a little bit.
Check.
Oh, that's so cool. You know ability names. I thought you couldn't do that.
That's like one of the, because, he's relatively new, so I looked it up, and yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's kind of, I said it like a couple of times, so now it's kind of stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Well, aiming doesn't have flash, and now he's kind of just being run down here. Uh-oh, he's going to get ulted and just die!
Yeah.
First blood goes to Teddy. Feeling pretty comfortable on this MF.
Well, that's the lane matchup, right? MF just bullying out the Kai'Sa.
Got some yelling on stage. The fight is breaking out as Cuz is able to cyclone his way to safety. One of the loudest pro gamers actually is Cuz. And we are on the KT side.
He's very vocal. I don't know if you watched last year. KT put out a bunch of voice comms. I'm going to hold this thought while we're fighting this dragon.
Zoe not really able to do much. They want to go in on it Cuz he doesn't have his ult. As now he is going to go back in. Teddy kind of stuck in the pit, but he's able to get out. But aiming says no. This ult's on top of him. And now there's no one to protect any of them. That is a double kill for aiming.
Job's done.
Perfect.
It's fixed.
Who is still going in. Roamer is kind of in a rough spot now. He doesn't have his flash. And apparently no satchel either. Gets gunbladed to death.
Yeah, has in terms of like the comp structure and what they say.
Uh-oh. Grim Deliverance right on top of Perfect, who is going to throw up the slicing Maelstrom right in his face, but he does have to flash away. And Casting now is beginning to feel pretty good about the way the trading is going. After getting a beating early on, Namgung pretty tanky here on the Leona, but now the Eclipse is down. Solar Flare comes down, and aiming says no regardless. Teddy does a bit of damage back, but take a look at the gold diff for the AD carries now, as it was 2K 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, you're feeling a lot better now, and he was the one who hex flashed forward. He stepped in, so he is now on the back foot. And we talked a little bit about drafting for lane versus drafting for late game. I think it should. They buffed cashback because it wasn't being used last year before all this, like the quest came in. And I think they should nerf cashback with the context of the quest existing.
Well, they know Palu's here, so they're just going to go for an engage as Roamer's in trouble. He is getting zoned by every which thing, as eventually he just get rooted and killed by Palu.
Goodbye.
But
just
yeah,
target, kill target. They engage and then blow him up.
Feels like Bro, they're like trying to set up for stuff, but they're not 100% sure, and then like one person gets caught out in a weird spot, and if you do that against, you know, Zoe, Nautilus, Wukong, you're going to get caught. You will get CC'd by something.
Oh, bro, start the dragon.
Well,
okay, this is scary for bro. Not for KT. This is fine for KT.
Yeah, no Nautilus ult. We'll see if that factors in as, oh, it's just taken by Cuz. Walks up and takes it as a ton of burst damage from the ults do come down from Bro. And the Zahan is going crazy in the pit. Cuz should be going down here. As sleeping in the brush he is, but Nangun goes in, keeps him in place as Teddy and Casting do move forward. Aiming and BDD still hanging out, which can happen. And so yeah, now about 800 gold.
I think that's the thing is that KT's comp does need to be more decisive with its engages and get on the back line. If Roamer and Teddy can kind of just free fire from distance, and especially Casting on this Zahan, if he's able to just like get in the mixer, problem. But you know, I digress. They are looking to try and push in here mid. A lot of pressure on Roamer. He's trying to use the minefield to clear, but it's hard when he's solo.
Yeah, they're just going to give it up here. Mid tier 1 does go down. That's a lot of pressure for potentially BDD. We always talk about the Zoe, even though it is front right away. He knows the threat. Even the Kaisa. Got to be careful about all that poke. Perfect here on the left side.
They have vision on them, and Casting's on the flank, so...
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Might be so... Oh.
Okay, they're just going to send it. They just kind of have to. Casting, though, is taking a ton of damage. And there's no follow-up. He just dies. And that's not what I meant when they have to send it, because... Yeah, now they're just getting pummeled by BDD, and they absolutely have to give this Ocean Drake up. There is no chance they can fight here.
The thing is, they don't have the vision set up. Casting just kind of ran in by himself. This is not how you play around an objective. Like, there's no other way to spin it. This was just brute forcing, and it didn't work. And the thing is...
They know this Baron is a potential threat, but they're losing a lot of objectives, like mid-tier 1, top tier 1. Yep. Absolutely should. BDD does get kind of just shot down there by Teddy. But I do wonder if they have a reel in onto this Baron pit. A lot of sums down, and here comes the turn. Namgung in trouble, and the back line is accessed. Roamer has to get out of there with the satchel. Cuz, though, getting pretty low. It's a trade of Cuz for Namgung, as that is the kill onto the Ziggs as well. As the crowd goes insane. Casting here, trying to run away, doesn't have any help, and Aiming, who's still holding on to his ult. So eventually will take down the Zahan on top of it all. Even the flash burned at the very end, and KT take another big fight.
It feels really hard for Bro to approach at this point. Roamer again absolutely
desperate. What's going on over here?
Oh, no.
What's happening here? Well, at least the Gromp is trying to help, but it's not going to keep him alive, as, yeah, that wasn't worth. It was Zoe and Kaisa. And that's going to be Baron just because they're not on the map. We talk about how Baron can be difficult to take down, but if the enemy team doesn't exist and you have any amount of damage, you can take it down eventually. He was able to get close in some of these objective fights.
I think also the Zoe just creates so much space, and at no point have Bro really found a window to close distance on it. And now he has a Seeker's Arm Guard as well. So he has summons, he has Seeker's Arm Guard. I'm not gonna lie as well, we've not seen the Ziggs do anything, so...
Yeah.
Unconvinced.
Well, BDD's still finding angles. They're attempting to find an angle onto him and punish it, but it's He's not messing around. He wants to end this game.
They have a lot of damage.
Yeah.
A lot of damage.
He's like, if we're going to get ahead, I'm at least going to get stacks. Like, we're not getting 14k ahead and not ending this game. And that's one way to do it. And they've got the angle, the three-man cyclone onto them, and immediately in goes aiming. Even the hook, everything is beautiful here from KT. They will put their fans out of their misery and finally give them a win here in this series as Bro group up for it, and KT knock them down.
Absolute decimation in the team fights in this game. BDD on his signature Zoe just smashes through Bro.
Those are
considering
KT fans.
how much slower the first two games were. This one was just like a brute force punch from KT. They will be able to close the series out. The expected result overall, but an interesting manner in how it played out.
Yeah, very nicely done here from KT in game number 3.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.